Okay, now we're talking about Katagatame escape. So, as I said, 3 layers of escape. We have recognizing the danger, so avoiding Katagatame altogether, early stage, and late stage. So, what does define early stage versus late stage versus an avoiding the danger in Katagatame? So, when we talk about Katagatame, we're in a situation in which my partner has my arm on one side of his body, and at some point there's going to be a transition where my arm goes on the opposite side of his body. This is where what we could call recognizing the danger. Okay, I have to be able to know and understand that my partner is walking my arm to the opposite side of the body to start even getting into a Katagatame. So from here, this is not very different from a basic underhook escape. So I have my cross hip post, and my partner starts walk, walk, walk. And now before this happens, I basically just bridge, and I force him to post, and I bring everything in. And there's not much to it. Okay? So very early, you want to avoid as much as possible to be, hit for 50 bridges, because that's going to be pretty energy expensive. You want to hit one bridge and free the arm. Bridge and free the arm, and gain immediately your inside position. So, let's talk about early stage escape. Actually, maybe it's better if you do it this side. Yeah, I'm talking to a camera. So, early stage escape is a situation in which my arm is passed to this side of his body, and now he doesn't have yet a purchase underneath my jaw. Okay, meaning there is no countdown for me to fall asleep. Basically, this is what it means. Okay, so whenever my jaw is still hidden and my chin is still hidden inside the shoulder, we're still talking about early stage escape. Okay, so from this position, what I want to do as much as possible is to hide my jaw and my chin even further inside his shoulder. Okay, so if you're looking from the outside, from that direction, you should basically barely see my eye. I want to offer up my cheek, as it were, my face, and sacrifice it instead of my neck. It's not going to be pleasant, it's not going to be fun, but it's going to be better to let him get a purchase with his shoulder underneath my jaw, which is what he wants. So I'm going to offer up my cheek, and here I am. Now I want to bridge, and I'll switch sides so that people can, yeah, exactly. I want to hide my shoulder. Actually, let's turn so that they, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I want to hide my jaw, and now I want to start bridging in the direction of the underhook, as it were. Okay, where my arm is trapped, where you had an underhook, that's the direction I want to be bridging into. I can bridge and helping my bridge with my free arm. I can post it on the hips, obviously much better if there's a inside hip position, or I can bridge on his shoulder. Understand that there's a very easy trade-off here, okay? As far as bridging goes, and as far as hiding my jaw goes, it's going to be much better if I push on his shoulder to help me bridge it, okay? So if I push on his shoulder and bridge at the same time, I can free my trapped arm just like so. Everything come in, and everything come in, and we're back to square one, okay? So if I post on his shoulder, it's going to be much better because I can help me hide my chin and my jaw inside the lock and not getting a purchase, let him get a purchase underneath, like on my neck. But this comes with a relatively high cost, which is that now he can go and get double underhook. Okay, and now we're in deeper and deeper waters. Because by definition, if I post on his shoulder, my elbow is going to be somewhere out and away. Okay, I can keep my elbow as tight as I want, but it's never going to be tight enough. He's always going to be able, if he understands the game, to get an underhook. So even if I really tighten my elbow, if I want to start bridging, I have to stretch my arm in some fashion, which will allow him eventually to get some sort of purchase underneath my arm and go into double under, which is obviously no good. But I do have a great deal of bite underneath the shoulder, and I can bridge very, very powerfully. On the other hand, if I hide my arm and I post on his hips, now I won't have as much as a bridging power, because when I go to bridge, hide my shoulder, yeah, I can bridge, I can free everything, bring everything in, but it's not going to be nearly as powerful as this, okay, on the shoulder. But the good side of the trade-off is that now when he goes to get a double underhook, it's not going to be impossible, but it's going to be pretty damn tough, okay? So very basic trade-off. You aid on the shoulder, risk of double underhook, but more power. Posting on the hips, less power, but less risk of double under. Okay? So basically, yeah, wherever you want to post, obviously that's the decision that you're going to make on the spot, depending on, you know, how close you are to getting, how close is your partner to get a bite underneath your chin, how comfortable you are in your bridges. You know that you have a very explosive bridge. You just put all your cards on that and you just out, or you're going to play slightly more conservative. Maybe you feel you have more time, and so you go onto the hip. Whatever the case might be, you bridge, and there you are. You just free your knee, you free your elbow, everything comes inside, and then you can kip, whatever the case might be, and you're out.